Yep.
And you were heading back toward her temple.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
His temple. You took the child back with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So as you walk in and you're heading down towards your cell, a cell is what they call a priest or a nun's chambers. So you're walking down there. You actually get stopped by one of the high mothers.
Yeah.
She looks at you and goes, "Child? Child?"
Yes.
Like the first child was for you. The second child was like, "Child?"
No, like I know I have a lot of grandchildren, but this one is surprisingly isn't mine. We found her in the City of the Dead when we were doing a night walk. What is it called? Oh, he's not there. I'm not. Yeah, and she I guess she woke up there. She doesn't even know her name. But we pretty much took care of her the whole night, and now we're trying to find who she belongs to. Do you have any idea?
She definitely seems to be half elven, and she kind of like brushes the hair across her ears real quick here to, and then kind of gently brushes her thing to kind of show the jaw line of the bone structure. And she goes, "Well, child, I mean, you have a couple options. Waterdeep does have a orphanage that you can turn her into for finding her. Have you spoke to the guard to see if there are any missing children that potentially may do this?"
They were zero help.
As they are at times.
Yeah.
Their empathy is lacking.
Yes.
At times. But what are your plans? You know that the temple does not allow children to dwell here.
Well, I was just stopping by. But we plan to possibly go down to the docks, see if there are any elven folk that we could find who might know of her. Or I'd hate to, put her in an orphanage. Sometimes they don't treat those kids right.
Waterdeep is known for having a very good orphanage, but it is still an orphanage. You are right, my child. Well, may the Shantakar's winds of blessing be upon you.
Thank you, Mother. And so I'll go to my quarters.
Yeah, you lay her down in the bed, and she just like snuggles in. Roll me a perception check at half.
At half?
Half. Rounded down, because I'm evil that way.
No, not even close.
No. Okay. So you lay her down, and once again, she is still in the shift and the little house slippers she was wearing. You change clothes without any issue. Are you going back out in your armor and equipment, or are you going back out in more kind of priestly attire?
Priestly attire, since it's the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and it takes you about 20 minutes or so. You can do anything with the child?
There's not much to do. I might check on her wound that she has. See. Probably clean her wraps.
Okay.
On her.
So as you unwrap the wraps and stuff like that, and they are very bloody. You could tell that they were definitely still seeping there. But once you get them off, there's no longer a wound. It almost looks like she has received some kind of magical healing.
That's interesting. Keep a mental note of that. Would I know anything? Have I seen anything like this before?
Well, yeah. Anytime you cast a cure light wounds or cure moderate wounds or something like that, it could definitely take care of the issue. But you don't remember casting anything like that on the child.
All right. Well, I guess I'll wait around until Huey gets here.
All right. It takes about an hour. Between his walk, changing, getting ready, and coming back. It took him a solid 5 minutes to chew on his piece of bacon and tear himself away from. I mean, it's about the time of the day he'd be having second breakfast right now, and he hasn't even had first yet. So as he walks away, I'm sorry, as
Huey,
as your character Huey walks down there, you can feel yourself wasting away. You can almost feel the fact that you have not even had breakfast, let alone second breakfasts at this point. And you're just, you gnaw that piece of bacon and you're just that is not enough. Just feel
Stomach
your
is eating
stomach's
yourself.
just gurgling. Yeah.
Maybe the temple will have something.
So about an hour or so after you arrived at the temple, Huey arrives. The child, once again, she curled up.
So
She flipped over your blanket kind of thing, or flipped part of your blanket over her, and she's just been out.
Okay. I'll
Yeah.
be doing some prayers to keep me awake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we all heard me burp. Let's just try not to
it's
play
so
that
hard.
off. I looked at both of you, and you tried not to smile, and I'm like, I heard it too. Like,
It's hard.
welcome
not
to the
burp.
knots of the tavern table. So he is escorted down by a very young acolyte, much like you had spent your time in the temple doing the same thing. And you hear a knock on the door.
Come in.
Open the door and do a little slight jog in and grab him and go, "Is there food here?"
Okay. He walks up and grabs you by your belt buckles. All right, and just kind of like pulls you down. It was like, "Is there food here? I've had one piece of bacon all day."
If there is.
And remember,
I'm telling you, it's not very good.
And remember, it's only 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 8 a.m.
I don't care if it's good. I need nourishment.
Yeah. Would they have?
Yes, the
Yeah,
temple
yeah,
does have a
it's served,
cafeteria
yeah.
that serves priests and guests and stuff like that, and it's actually good. I mean, it's a very simple breakfast porridge, oatmeal, fresh fruits in it, that type of stuff. There, it's not nothing to write home about, but it's not bad. It's not gruel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like shit on the shingle. It's good oatmeal with some very fresh fruit in there.
And I'm betting it tastes even better right now. 'Cause-
Take me there now.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll leave her there sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leaving yourself. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now remember, Shantakar is a good goddess. Okay. So he is a good goddess. All right. Well, you're a him. Bear with me as I screw my pronouns
Gender's
up. Feel free to
hard.
go ahead and correct me. I need to learn. I appreciate that. But he's a good god. So
He's chill as fuck.
frack. Yeah, he is chill as frack. He is chill as frack. Yeah. So
If you know what I mean.
hold on, where's it go with that? Until I had a moment. Okay. So there are no locks on your doors for any of the priests except for the much higher echelon.
Yeah.
May have some locked areas. But for you guys, it is just a door that like clicks shut. Like it has a little latch, but there's no lock on either side. Okay. And what you might not have noticed, but your subconscious did because you were hungry, there Huey, was that like her room is 4 feet by 8 feet.
His room.
His room. So
It's this lonely facade that
It is, because I keep looking at you and I'm like, I don't even know. That's all I got. Okay, so
It's okay.
that's all I got to say about that subject.
It's pretty homey for me.
Yeah. Even for you, you're like,
For me?
the rooms in my inn were twice this size. Like for the individual guests, and you're like, and there's just like, it's just like stone walls, and it's just like a small like 6x4 little hole in the wall that's letting light in from the outside. I mean,
But it's homely. Maybe it has like a laugh, love.
but it's
live, laugh, love.
it's got a live, laugh, love.
Yeah, equivalent to back. You know.
Wouldn't it be like a live, laugh,
mid-
blow? 'Cause it's- Oh wait. No,
Maybe.
Wait, now that I say that out loud, let's not say that. Let's not go that way. Like a
Try to think. What's something like middle?
the winds of the family are the strongest currents you can have.
Perfect. And that pretty much equates to
There we go.
live, laugh, love. The most basic thing you can have on there. You know.
Yep. She had. Don't get me wrong. He has a little plant on the side. That's a little daisy sitting there.
Yeah.
And that type of stuff there. But other than that, it's very sparse.
Okay.
Okay.
See why you stayed so many nights at the inn.
It's humble, but it's a roof over my head.
Yeah. You have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now take me to the food.
All right.
right. So yeah, you live the child on the bed, and you guys continue down to the cafeteria style. I've already described the food to you. Even as a halfling, it's fresh ground oats, it's fresh fruit, and it's a big ass bowl.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a healthy portion to get your day started. All right.
Okay.
So
It's no second breakfast.
it's no second breakfast. All right, but it's
It'll hold you over.
It'll hold you over
Yeah.
until you get
Okay.
your first lunch. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys dine. Go ahead and Huey, roll me a perception check. Obviously, you've been in the hall, the dining hall, many times before. There.
Yep. 7 out of 14.
7 out of 14. The priesthood is a very jovial group of people. The men and women, they're very much enjoying each other's company. They're talking, they're laughing. The whole cafeteria itself just has a very jubilant fare. And you hear laughter over here, then laughter over there, and it almost kind of sweeps around the room sometimes, like the wind blowing across a field.
Like a summer breeze.
Yeah, like a summer breeze, just gently tickling the flowers as it goes across.
Okay.
It goes across, so it's very peaceful. Like you can't knock it. Like besides your home village where you grew up, it's very peaceful. It's
nice
jovial.
there,
You
yeah,
feel the sense of family within the churchhood here. And once again, it's a hearty breakfast.
Okay.
Takes you about 25 minutes to finish your breakfast. It takes him about 7.5. And then what are you guys doing?
Well, I guess we better go check on that kid
Yeah. We'll go upstairs and.
that's taller than me.
Okay. So and I want you to think that once again, even though you are a full priest, you are the most lowest of level.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not going up to your room.
Oh, that's right.
You are going down to
Down
your
to your
room because
room.
remember you have a 6x4 hole cut out right here. That's roughly around the size of a basement level kind of window that shines light into
Yeah.
your little cell. There and once again, when I say cell, I mean more like a
Quarters.
Catholic priest or a nun is what they refer to those things. I'm sorry, I grew up on Sister Act, so bear with me if I throw that out there. So yes, so you go back downstairs to your room. Once again, the child is passed out, and once again, in not in a disturbing manner, it's in the manner that a child was kept up, an 8-year-old was kept up all the way to 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah. So
Okay,
she's beat.
she was walked for miles around in circles. Okay, rain on her, the weather, everything like that. None of you gave her anything to wear. So disheartening.
She looked cold.
She didn't look
We
cold.
asked
She
her
never looked
multiple
cold.
times.
You're right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I want you to think that that's just the type of like she's out. Okay. I know you two aren't parents. I'm a parent of a 22-year-old.
Like she went to Disney World. Out.
Exactly. Like this is like we were up at like 4 a.m. We were at
Disney World.
So Dixieland, Disney World. Okay.
In that Florida heat, waiting for like an hour
and you
for a ride.
and she just had like
Your pants
just an
flight.
exhausting day, and she's just out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want you to think that she's like ill. She doesn't look bad. She doesn't look dead or anything. She's just child passed out. Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't think we should wake her.
Yeah, but we can't just leave her here.
Yeah.
How long has she been asleep? Was it like 8, 9?
It's around 9 right now. Because remember, you showed up around 8. I'm gonna say you guys had your talk, got down there, ate breakfast, got in line. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's 9.
So she's been asleep since like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
4 a.m. Yeah.
So she's had like 5 hours of sleep, and for a kid, that's
No, but
nothing.
she's a kid. Come on.
That's nothing for a kid.
She's gotta sleep. She's not gonna grow if she doesn't sleep.
I don't care if she grows. We gotta find her parents, so I don't have to worry
You're
about
just
it.
mad because she's taller than you, aren't you?
So as you guys are having this conversation in your room, and because it's so small, you see her start to stir. And even though you guys are doing this in like hushed whispers, you're not yelling or screaming at each other. She turns. She just turns around and just makes dead eye contact with you, Phineas, for just a quick second with those startlingly gray eyes, and just goes, "Papa Phineas, do I have to get up?"
Yes.
No, hon, go back to bed. You're sleepy, right?
Don't do that.
Uncle Huey, do we need to get up? Uncle Huey. Once again, just like holding the little duck, the little goose, the goose stuffed animal that you gave her.
we were gonna try to figure out where your parents were or where you came from if you wanted to come with us, if that's worth you getting up.
Oh, please don't leave me by myself. All I remember is being by myself before you guys got there.
Exactly. So do you want to come with us?
My grandpa heart breaks. Yeah, okay, yeah. We'll take her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So come on, let's get up. We'll get you some breakfast on the way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And technically, she's really not supposed to be here anyways because children are supposedly right.
But are they gonna turn
You
away?
spoke to the Mother Superior.
I did.
One of the Mother Superiors, not the.
I don't want to get on the bad side, you know.
Okay, well,
I just got my priesthood. I don't want it taken away. Yeah, we'll take her, I guess, to the dining and then head out.
So, I want both of you to roll me perception checks, please.
15 out of 16.
15 out of 16.
8 out of 14.
All right. You don't notice it, but you do. She gets out of bed and starts following Papa Phineas out the doorway, and you realize that this child is splattered with mud splats from having no shoes on up and down her thing. She is filthy as all hell. What are you doing, Huey?
Hold on. Wait, Phineas, wait. Do you see how your child looks right now?
Take a look at her.
Yeah, now you realize it. She looks very dirty and pathetic. She's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. All right, from getting some sleep, but
Would
she's
I
looking a little rough.
Would I have any clothes in my pack after
Yeah.
changing?
Well, did you bring your pack? I asked her. I'm sorry. I asked him. I didn't ask you.
I'm bringing everything I can with me because I have no real home.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you have another change of clothes that it's going to be like, it'll fit lengthwise, but it's going to be baggy because you're obviously much much more, filled out than
But
she is.
she's taller than me too.
It is. Once again, so it's going to look like me in a normal person's shirt. It's going to be like the shoulder's going to be like down to here. So like if it's a short sleeve, it's going to be down to here kind of thing. And the neck's going to be like blown out like this because you just have a much bigger neck than she does.
And that's
once again, she will be clean, dry, and warm. Okay.
So
will she look fashionable?
Well, we're not worried about that right now. So I'm gonna whip out another change of clothes and give it to her.
Okay.
Give her a washcloth, maybe.
Okay.
Get the mud off her face.
Okay.
Or at least scrape it.
I want you to keep in mind that in your room, obviously, you don't have running water at your level.
Yeah.
What you have is a jug and you have a wash basin.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can go down the hall to the community spigot in the I almost said tomb, in the church. Okay, in the church, get some water and bring it down to her.
Yeah.
On the other hand, though, it is magically warmed to be a slightly warm water. It's one of the perks of your temple. Yeah. So you come back with just that perfect kind of like wash you up kind of warm water. And think about a pitcher with a wash rag in the tub, almost like in our day and time what they had back in like the old Western days.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly
Exactly what
you
you're
had.
saying.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and do that.
So, yeah.
While he rummages around for the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get her undressed, get her washed up. You get her a new set of clothes. All right, and if anybody else out there decides to balk at the male undressing the small child, remember that he is a grandfather of how many? 9, right? 7,
8.
9, 8. 8 grandchildren and 5 children, right?
I think I have
Something like
daughters.
that. So just before anybody
doesn't
gets,
even remember.
I'm just saying.
I have so many.
Before anybody gets weird out there, where this is grandpa.
I have 4 daughters.
Yeah, we have 4 daughters, and the 8 grandchildren. So I just want to put that in context for everybody out there. So yes, you get her all washed up, you get her cleaned up and dressed. Obviously, she's wearing halfling male clothes that are way too big, and like the rope, which is one of your vestment ropes that you just like fed around her waist and then like triple tied, and like it almost drags on the ground next to her still, just because they're your vestment ropes, and
she looks socially acceptable now.
yes. Yeah. But she looks once again clean and taken care of. So you guys head back down to the cafeteria again, and as soon as you walk in, your entire congregation, all the other priests that are in there that we talked about having that jovial time, just flock her like secondary grandparents.
Really?
They just Everybody wants to hug her and love on her, and they're giving her stuff, and she is relatively spoiled for about the next hour as the hundreds of Chanticleer grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles that she may have just met kind of spoil the shit out of her.
It's kind of like an old. It's not. It's just old people, but it like when like kids come into old folks' homes.
Yeah, exactly. No. Yes, but your age is up and back and forth. Like, and once again, like the younger ones that are your level, but are like 18.
Yeah.
Those are like the older aunts and uncles and stuff like that, and it's a wonderful experience. The cook even goes back and makes her an omelet with some scrambled eggs and some diced ham and everything else. Huey, I know you like her. I know you're a good person, but you're a little effing jealous.
Yeah, no shit. I got some porridge and some fruit.
Yeah, you got some porridge and fruit, but yeah. So she spends the next hour getting just pretty much pampered and stuff like that. So, and they keep looking at you two and go, "What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? What's her name?
Her name's Lily.
What's her name? Lily. Mm-hmm. Lily's her name. Okay.
When the fuck did we agree on Lily?
Her name is Lily. It's
okay.
It's a beautiful name.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Lily.
This is your time. Speak now or forever hold your peace, Huey.
Yep. Nope. Her name's Lily.
All right. So
What do you have against Lily?
Nothing.
Little Lily is spoiled and well taken care of, and at no point does any of the other priests like crowd her or make her uncomfortable or everything like that. She's very well taken care of. So after that, you guys are heading.
Oh, where? To the docks.
To the docks.
To the docks.
We're making assumptions here.
Okay. Are we going to talk to anybody else or do anything else before we head straight to the docks?
We could ask them. I'm sure that the people in the church that they've gone out to spread the word of Chanticleer.
Yeah.
So they might know where some elven folk might be. So I might ask somebody.
If we get no answers there, maybe ask some of my tavern buddies on the way to the docks.
Well, we're still in the church right now. We're in Chanticleer's church, so let's stick with that right now. So go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Oof.
No. So no, you don't really get anything other than everybody's like, well, she's definitely a half elf, and you're like, after like the fifth time, you're like, yeah. She's got pointed arrows.
Well,
okay, I get it.
She's a half elf.
Yeah. So, but other than that, no, nobody's heard of anything like that. Despite how goodly your church is, you're not really that focused on like either justice, investigation, that maybe say like Tyr, the god of justice, would be. You guys don't run an orphanage here, or anything like that. Let's say like the priest of Ilmatar or something like that would. So, other than that, you don't really get any viable information.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess let's go to the docks.
Okay. On the way there,
would
I have made any like friends out of the other tavern owners or anything like that during my time of owning the Loose Goose?
I'm going to say you've made a number of connections here in the way, just on the dock side. Okay. But you definitely have like a number of people that I'm not going to say you would call a friend, but at least a colleague or somebody that you can get information from.
We get along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well enough to go a little bit above and beyond what you would tell the normal person.
Okay. I'm going to ask some of those people, whoever they may be.
Dan.
What?
Dan.
Dan who?
I don't know. He could just be a Dan.
I'm going to ask Dan some questions.
Good old Dan.
What kind of questions are you going to ask Dan?
And be like, hey, Dan, have you heard of any half sea elf children maybe going missing the last few days?
No, they're here. I ain't heard nothing like that down here now.
You know of anyone who might have heard of something like that?
I can tell you a few people down here that pay handsomely for a child like that.
Not paying handsomely. We're trying to find the parents and or guardians.
I'm just saying that you get a couple $100 gold. If you keep asking down around these parts, like it's easy.
I understand. I don't need 100 gold.
Yeah.
Couple hundred gold.
Thank you for your time, man. We'll see you around.
I need parents or guardians. Is that all I'm getting?
So at this point, Phineas
Okay.
is completely turned around with the child and said, "No,
And
not on my watch."
Now that you see what's going on at the docks.
Yeah. Okay, Doc's not a good idea. Damn. Well,
And
maybe not sea elf, but half elves. Where would half elves be?
they're pretty much spread out amongst everything, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
They are?
They just kind of blend into society. There's not like
go up to some
there's
random-
no Chinatown version of half elf town in
Yeah.
Waterdeep.
Maybe if it was straight elves, though.
Yes,
no.
if this was a straight elven community, high elf, I mean,
Yeah.
all the goodly elves, yes, those half elves would be a little shunned, a little put off, or something like that. But in a lawful good human town of Waterdeep, with its once again New York style of diversity here already, that doesn't happen here.
Just randomly go up to a half elf. Is this your child?
We have to look for the right kind of half elf.
Is this your
though.
child?
Mm-hmm.
Is this anybody's child?
I mean, we can throw in the water and see what happens.
No, it's like Hangover. Whose baby is this? We'll get like a baby Bjorn.
Did
Once
fucking
again,
Nikolai marry someone?
She's around 8-ish. Okay, so
Just kidding. I know.
Did Nikolai have a baby? Possibly. It's
Possibly.
not out of character.
I swear, everybody out there, we're not referencing an inside joke or anything, but let's go ahead and move on with that one. So,
Damn it, Nikolai! Again!
you're pretty.
Not again! You duck out on us, literally.
No, you goose out on us.
Yeah.
You goose out on us. You don't duck out. You
And you
goose
leave
out on
us
us.
with a kid that may or may not be yours.
How old is Nikolai? I don't know.
No. Nikolai, remember, is in his young 20s. Like he's very similar in age
Yes.
to you.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So,
you guys
I
are.
mean, unless he knocks someone up at like 8
Yeah.
or 12.
And he's definitively human as far as you can see. He's definitively human with a little bit of goose and knees in him. Okay, all right, so, but from what you understand, yeah, he's
Mostly human.
yeah, he would definitively have had that child at like 13.
We're definitely making some inside jokes about a party member that may or may not.
May or may not. We're just gonna leave it there. Once again,
Yes.
moving on. Okay, so that's so fucking funny. Okay. All right. So,
So the
yes, on the
docks are
docks.
no-go.
So,
No-go.
what are you guys doing? So, you met up with your first buddy, Dan.
Let's look for Ricky.
All right.
Let me ask Ricky.
You
he's not
bump
a
into Ricky
squirrely.
now. Ricky's about in his 50s. He's a dockhand. He's got about 3 teeth left from the scurvy. Too much time out in the boat. He's about 95 pounds soaking wet. Boys, he's wiry. He used to haul the cargo if needed. Handle his stuff.
Hey, Ricky. Have you heard anything about any missing half-elf children around the docks lately? I'm sorry? What?
Where's the children go?
Do you understand what he's saying?
Where do you find these people?
Can I roll to try to pick up that fucking dialect? No?
Role play.
Okay. All right, Ricky. I'm gonna toss him a copper. You have a good day.
You have a good day too.
Oh, I fucking understood that. Yeah, thanks. That's great.
No, you should have tossed him a copper and tell him to speak.
If I toss you another copper, can you speak normally?
Can you tell us?
Got a thought about.
I'm gonna toss him another copper.
How can I help you?
How can you? Oh, he said, "How can I help you?" Okay.
Help me understand this.
Half elf, missing child. Knowledge. Do you know?
What? I don't do children. That's disgusting.
No. That's not what we're asking, Ricky.
That's
Ricky.
sick, Huey. That's sick, man.
I'm not asking you to do anything.
I don't do that. No.
No.
Listen.
He just gives you the hand and walks immediately away.
Well, there goes my reputation.
Where do you find it?
They come into the Goose. What do you want from me?
Do you have any?
Do I have any reputable friends?
Yes.
Yes, you have a wizard and a priest you are really good friends with.
What about?
And you know that you can rely on them. And you have, let's be honest, probably your best friend,
Lucy.
Lucy.
So-
What about Sabian Sardon, the wizard that gave me that potion?
Well, you can go.
Last time we tried to go there, the guards said that I was stupid and kicked me out.
And remember, he was a professor at the College of Wizardry here in Waterdeep, right?
Yeah.
How? Let's be honest, with your knowledge of the street, Huey, what do you think he would be involved in missing children? Unless you thought that he kidnapped the child.
Oh, nothing at all. But he might know someone that might know.
Okay.
But that's a big if.
Let's see. Where could we go? We're just like wandering around. This poor child. I mean, she's happy. I mean,
Yeah, and as
she's
you
totally
guys look
happy.
at her, you guys notice that she's walking around this city with just eyes of wonder. You guys took her down to the dock, and the boat's just fascinated her. She's just like got that like small child, like glazed eye, like she's never seen a big city. You realize after a few hours, she's never seen a dock in a harbor.
But she has amnesia.
She seems absolutely fascinated by these concepts, and she's just clutching her Goosey, and she's just walking around.
But she has amnesia, though. So, I mean, like, if she doesn't remember anything, then this is all new to her anyway,
Yeah.
regardless of where she's from.
Both of you, perception checks again, please.
9
13 out of 14.
9 out of 16.
So you both actually kind of notice that as the morning progresses, you're around 11 o'clock right now. That this is the first time in like a year that there's no clouds and the sun is out and shining. And where normally you're used to hearing that nonstop constant patter of rain in the background, it just like slowly kind of fades off to where there's nothing. And it's startling because it's been almost 18 months since it started raining. And you've had even the best you've ever had is a overcast day where the sun big and go. Okay. But now the clouds seem to clear and the sun is shining bright and warm upon you.
Well, I'll be damned. Do you see that?
Yeah, it's really fracking odd.
Well, that has to mean something. I mean,
Or nothing.
no, it has to be because Umberly,
If you believe in that sort of thing.
lady. Oh, yeah, I believe in it.
I mean, like, it's just a myth that she's cursed us. I mean, there's nothing proving it.
You have to have faith, you know?
No.
I'm trying to turn my head.
You're doing good. I just need to move the mic just a little bit more for you. You're right there. You're good.
Whoa. Anyways, no matter what you believe, it's a miracle. Oh, the sun's out.
Or a coincidence.
Kind of shake my head and be like, okay. Let me say.
Look who you're talking to here.
I know. I understand I can't change his mind. You know, I could always try, but
How long have we been friends?
for a while, for a couple
Couple
years.
years?
Couple years, yeah.
Yeah.
Couple years,
By
yeah.
this time, I try to, you know,
Like
make fun of you.
definitely him and the wizard. You guys have been friends since you opened the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Because they're like some of my first patrons. Or
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And you guys you all had that kind of weird sense of humor, and you just hit it off, and you just became friends.
I mean, I don't know what else to do with the kid. Lily, I don't know what to do with her.
I guess we might have to just take her in.
I don't like orphanages.
No, we'll take her in. We'll take care of her.
What are we going to do with her whenever we're out doing
She's a
stuff?
kid. I have plenty experience on taking care
No,
of
what I'm
children.
talking about is like, if we're going to take up this adventuring life for real, we can't just bring her along.
You make a very valid point.
I mean, we could, but
It gets pretty dangerous out there. I will say the monster organs, they do give me. I still had a nightmare. I'm gonna have nightmares about it for sure.
yeah. And child.
We don't want to scar the child. Well, I mean,
At this point in the conversation, she just looks at you and she smiles and her eyes get all bright again, and she hugs Papa Phineas and Uncle Huey.
how can you say no to that?
I get it, but what are we supposed to do with her?
Well, maybe daycare.
Daycare? Who the fuck runs a daycare? Is there a daycare in Waterdeep?
There is not, good sir.
Maybe there's a nanny.
There is the orphanage.
There is the orphanage. Oh, that breaks my heart. I don't want to give her over to the orphanage.
What about your kids?
Yeah, but they're pretty far.
Well,
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that she's from She was born and raised in, and to kind of give you a rationale here.
I'm not in Kansas anymore.
You are here in Waterdeep. This is
Down south.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, and this is the difference between New York and the Middle East.
Okay. All right. We could travel to.
It's your choice.
Well,
It wouldn't. I don't know. It wouldn't earn me any gold to get the goose back.
maybe we could find something to do on the way. Ah, but it might be dangerous.
It'd just be the two of us.
Yeah.
And the goose and the kid.
I could send a letter to one of my daughters.
How long would a letter take
It
to
would
get
take
there?
a while,
It would take
but
like
until then,
You've probably figured that it's at least a month there, month back for a return letter. I mean, you got to think about the old, unless you're sending it magically. If you're just talking about writing a letter, putting it on a boat, sending it to getting it to your daughter, getting it back all the way to Waterdeep, and getting it back to you, I'm going to say at least 2 months. I'd say that'd be about what it took to get from England to America, from America back to England.
Yeah.
Around that technology level. I could be wrong. Somebody in the comments can let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
this is fantasy, so
Well, once again,
We'll just say it is.
you could potentially look for magical solutions,
yeah.
but
have a lot of gold.
Money is gonna take some
they
money.
ain't free in New York Waterdeep. So
Makes me think of Monty Python. It's like, what is the velocity of a African sparrow? What is
A swallow.
A swallow.
A swallow.
32.7. Thank you.
Carrying a coconut. Oh no. Yeah, that's.
Your
We
temple.
don't have the money to do that.
Your temple wouldn't take her, would they?
Would they take her out?
Remember, we already said
no
no
children.
orphanage. Remember, they don't run an orphanage.
Yeah.
You need to look like Ilmatar, the goddess of pain and suffering. There are a few of the very much sympathetic gods that have orphanages here, but it's never the bright and sunny shine gods that are
Yeah.
What if we say it's your kid?
Well, I mean, we could. I mean, they'd believe me if it was one of my granddaughters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they would take her granddaughter, right? I mean, your granddaughter, not hers.
There are no children that live at this temple. That's all you know.
Yeah.
Based on what the information you have never seen a child live. You've seen people visit. There are other couple much more senior but priests that are your age whose children or grandchildren may come and visit, that kind of thing. But to the best of your knowledge, there are no children that live here. You are required to be at least 13 to enter the priesthood. Mm-hmm. So that would be the youngest child that is here. And those are the lower level acolytes that join at a very young age.
Well, you mentioned that it's dangerous to be on the road, right?
No.
Well, I did notice something. Whenever she was asleep, I was going to redress her wounds. And they were soaked in dried blood. It was a pretty bad cut she got. Not even a scratch.
And that's fucking weird. Like, what are we gonna do?
Maybe she has some.
Hey, you're in the temple. Fracking weird.
Sorry, fracking.
No,
we're at the docks.
Oh, you're at the docks. My apologies.
We can say frack all we
You
want.
can say fuck out.
Sorry, it's hard.
I know.
Watch your profanity. But yeah,
I feel like
she
I'm
has
like Iron Man now, like language. I'm sorry, I'm Captain America now, like language.
Yeah, she might have some magic ability.
I don't know if it's magic or there's a reason I tested her with holy water.
Go ahead and give me a religion check again. I'm gonna give you a -4.
Why?
Which would be your wisdom minus
Wisdom
4.
Oh, that's not bad.
And you have to go underneath that.
11 out of 14.
To your best of knowledge, demons and devils do not react to holy water. Only the undead react to holy water. You've known that from your studies here in the priesthood and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you know about the holy water kind of thing, is it affects undead pretty much only.
Yeah.
Because remember, in this fantasy world, devils and demons are not religiously based. They are hell. So the thing, I'm not going to go deep into that. They're just different. Okay.
Sweet and simple.
Yep.
They're different. Well, all because
I'm going to let you guys have a minute. I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You guys are still on, by the way.
All because she passed your holy water check. Yeah. Doesn't mean that it only works against the undead.
Okay, well, is there a way to see if she's something other than undead?
That's a good question.
You're the priest. And this is where we stop until our DM gets done.
tells us what to do and tells us what we know and what we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think so. I don't fucking know. I ran a bar.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm trying to...
You're just like, I'm trying to get by.
I'm trying to play this character like I know nothing.
Yes. It's hard. Yeah. No, you're doing a good job though. Yeah. You see, the issue is that I'm playing a character who does know more. Mm-hmm. But me,
you know nothing.
I don't know nothing, but I just don't know enough.
Yeah. Like for me, all I know is thieving and bar skills. You have so much more of a palette than I do.
I know, I need to do my research.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, that was the reason Ryan loved playing his character so much, because
he fucking knew everything.
Because he knows everything, like 5th edition, front and back. So he played a character who was amazingly smart, and he was able to use all of the knowledge that he had. So.
No, I get it. I get it.
We're talking about our limitations.
You're a thief and a priest.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
It's funny because he might have more knowledge about my priestly things than I do.
But I don't want to say it because I'm not a priest. I'm a thief.
Yeah.
That it's probably the most interesting dynamic duo that I've ever seen in a D&D game.
Really?
Like, I've never seen a party of two that were like, I'm going to be a priest and a thief. Like, it's always like at least a warrior. I mean, it's always something, but like, like I'm excited because I'm like, so how is the con man and the Samaritan going to get through this together? It's the con man and the Samaritan. So, all right. So,
would you know anything?
Would I know? Yeah. Would I know?
Ask him.
Okay. Would I know anything how to test if she was a demon?
No.
No,
not at your experience level. Yeah. You're a first level priest. You are just strictly out of training. You've just been released to kind of go do your own thing, spread the word kind of thing.
What do you got?
Do you have a spell or anything that might be able to help you with that?
Tell me what you got. I can't read cursive. What do you got?
Wow.
I can't read cursive.
I can't read your
God,
cursive.
I hate millennials.
Well, I write in curse.
I see. It because in about 10 years, my generation will own the world because we'll write in cursive.
No, that wouldn't do anything.
No.
That's like, it protects you.
Magic. Detect evil.
Try it.
Detect evil. Let's burn a spell slot, baby.
Wait, it's morning, so she get her spell. Does he get his spell slots back?
Well, yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, did we discuss if you prayed in the night or the morning?
I pray in the morning.
In the morning. So after that morning, you will have your spells refreshed then.
Yes.
So you're back at 3. So you used 1, and now it's back to 2.
And now it's back to Louis. It just feels good though to erase it because then
All right, guys.
I want to play.
You're gonna cast Detect Evil, huh?
Detect Evil.
All right.
I doubt anything.
We're gonna take a break right now because I need to change batteries real quick here, but we'll be right back with the answer to that question.